Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a story that really explores this fascinating, almost brutal contrast. You've got raw nature on one side and human society on the other.
Right. And it's a world where, abandonment and just basic survival, they get tangled up with beauty, art, love,
Yeah.
and, well, a murder mystery.
Exactly. It's quite the mix.
It is. That duality is striking, isn't it?
Yeah.
A young woman shaped by the wild, basically raised by the marsh, bumping up against the sort of rigid, often prejudiced small town.
Yeah, it really makes you think about how our environment shapes us,
Right.
deeply. Morality, identity, all of it.
Absolutely.
So our mission today, for you listening, is to really explore that journey. We're not just going to recap where the crawdads sing.
No, not at all.
We want to pull out those insights, the little nuggets that help you really grasp the world of Catherine Danielle Clark Kia.
And the source material we've got is just fantastic for that. Really rich. You've got the characters, the marsh setting, which is like almost alive itself, and then this whole legal drama unfolding.
Yeah, even things like the dedication, the chapter titles, they hint at the deeper themes.
You really do. It's all there.
So for this deep dive, our goal is to walk you through Kaya's world, understand her life out there, the people who shaped her for better or worse, and of course that central mystery.
And hopefully uncover some deeper truths along the way.
Yeah.
About nature, human nature,
Yeah,
maybe even ourselves, yeah.
definitely. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with Kaya's early years. That initial trauma, her mother leaving, it's so vivid.
Oh, absolutely. That sets everything in motion. 1952, right? August, hot, marsh covered in fog.
And 6-year-old Kaya hears that screen door slam.
Yeah. Her mother walking out with those, what were they? Fake alligator skin heels?
Yeah, and a blue train case. Just gone.
And it wasn't just her mother, was it? That's what's so brutal.
No, it's gradual. The siblings leave too. Jody, Murph, Mandy, Missy, one by one.
Until she's utterly alone. It's this profound systemic isolation. It shapes her right from the start.
And you see her surviving on, like, saltines and Crisco.
Yeah, listening for sounds of cooking that aren't there anymore. Just longing for her ma. It's heartbreaking.
And this marsh she's left in, it has its own history, doesn't it? The sources describe it as this kind of net.
Right. Scooping up mutinous sailors, castaways, debtors, fugitives, a real mishmash.
Which fostered this intense self-sufficiency, the idea that a man who didn't mind scrabbling for supper would never starve.
Exactly. And more than just self-sufficiency, there's this concept of their bootlegged laws.
Which is crucial, right? Not written down, but deeper.
Yeah, stamped in their genes, like instincts from hawks and doves. Ancient natural laws.
The book calls it simple math. When you're cornered, desperate, isolated, you revert to survival instincts, quick and just.
And that whole philosophy becomes so important later, especially when we get to the trial.
Definitely. So what happens when someone raised by those laws hits, well, society?
We see it pretty clearly on her first trip to Barkley Cove, 1952. That 4-mile trek through sand and mud.
And the town itself. Backwater, buildings all weathered, rusty, sagging. Not exactly welcoming.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And her first real interaction, Chase Andrews, even back then, nearly runs her down on his bike.
Right. And Miss Pansy Price yells at him, but then turns around and calls Kaya swamp trash.
Oof, yeah. That label just sticks, doesn't it? Shapes how she sees the whole outside world.
Totally reinforces the isolation. And school, that was another disaster.
Yeah, forced to go, no previous schooling, put in 2nd grade. Mrs. Ariel, the teacher, the other kids.
But the thing everyone remembers is the dog spelling incident.
Right. She says go D instead of D-O-G.
And the laughter. That's what drives her away for good. Her thought is just, why put myself up for being laughed at?
Makes perfect sense from her perspective. Even getting a taste of town food, that chicken pie with crust.
It's overshadowed by how people react to her, how she looks.
Yeah, so the outside world just equals pain, judgment, not support. That really defines her interactions going forward.
So yeah, her world shrinks back to the marsh. But isolation, as you said, doesn't mean zero connection. Some bonds do form.
Right, and unexpectedly maybe with Pav first.
Yeah, that brief period in 1953 when he comes back, it's different.
For a little while, yeah. He's sober, she's cooking for him, goulash, cornbread. He even tells her about his family history, plantation near Asheville, war hero stuff.
It's a glimpse of something else. Those fishing trips, they create this circuit between them.
Even though she struggles with the dying fish.
Right.
Yep.
But he gives her that advice, too. You gotta watch out for folks around here, reinforcing that distrust.
Which is both protective and isolating.
But then predictability kicks in. He leaves again, burns Ma's letter. tells her flat out she ain't coming back.
And that cycle of abandonment just slams back down on her. Needing people ended in hurt.
Such a core belief for her. But then a different kind of connection emerges. Jumpin'.
Jumpin'. Yeah, 1956. She needs cash, gas, start selling him muscles.
And he's described so warmly. Old black man, wide, generous face, owl eyes.
And just, kind, supportive. That unexpected sugar daddy candy. It's small, but it means so much.
His store becomes everything, right? Everything she needed in the world. A constant, kind presence.
It's a real counterpoint to all the prejudice she faced.
So years pass. She's still isolated, watching the town girls from afar, getting taunted. Marsh Girl, wolf child.
Missing link.
Awful. But then this quiet shift starts. The feather game. 1960.
Right, that great blue heron feather on the stump, then the tropic bird feather.
These silent offerings, invitations.
And we also get that scene with the turkeys, the flock turning on the wounded one. Nature's harsh lessons again.
Which Kaya observes, internalizes. Survival isn't always pretty.
Not at all. And then the person behind the feathers is revealed. Tate Walker.
Yeah, he admits it, wants to play the game. And this is where things really change for her, intellectually at least.
Totally transformative. He teaches her to read, using the Bible first, then old school books.
And she's amazed that words could hold so much, learns Pleistocene along with Sat. It's incredible.
And counting, too. Her asking what comes after 29 and him just simply saying 30. No judgment.
Their hideout, that tumble-down cabin, becomes their place. Reading a Sand County almanac.
It's this huge opening up of her world, vital for her growth.
And it becomes more than intellectual. Her 15th birthday, the bakery cake, the wrapped presents.
Yeah, and their first kiss.
Yeah.
A real emotional connection.
Tate even stands up for her to his dad, Scupper.
Yeah.
Says he's teaching her because people are so mean she couldn't even go to school.
He really sees her. But then
he leaves.
Yeah.
College, 1961, a job in a biology lab, promises to come back in a month.
And for Kaya, that trigger, abandonment, it's overwhelming. All those memories of family disappearing down the lane.
She becomes listless, ignores the goals. That old lesson comes back hard. Needing people ended in hurt.
The cycle repeats. It's brutal.
And then years later, 1965, guess who's back?
Chase Andrews, now the town hero. Star quarterback in town hotshot.
And he notices her. But their dynamic is different from Tate's. Very different.
Yeah, that beach picnic. He tries to rush things.
And she has that thought about male birds bringing gifts to woo females, realizing she was worth more than fried chicken. Sharp.
Very sharp. He takes her to the fire tower. She gives him that shell necklace on rawhide. A really personal gift.
And he talks about building a house on the beach. Hints at a future.
But their first time together, in the motel, the description is stark. A sharp tearing. Not what she longed for.
No. And the ultimate betrayal. Reading in the paper that he married someone else.
Ouch, that realization about leapfrogging sneaky fuckers. It's right out of her nature observations, isn't it?
Absolutely. It hardens her view of people, confirms her cynicism about betrayal, and really sets the stage for what comes next.
Yeah, the shift towards the central crime. Her isolated world is about to collide with the town's judgment in a big way.
October 30th, 1969. Two boys, Benji and Steve, find Chase Andrews.
Right. Flat out in the swamp under the fire tower.
Sheriff Ed Jackson, Deputy Joe Perdue arrive. Initial thought, accident.
But things get weird quickly. The missing pieces, no footprints.
Yeah, Joe points that out. Haven't found any of his footprints, or prints from anybody else either. He even asks, pushed him off maybe?
And no fingerprints either. On the railing, the grate. No evidence at all that he walked or opened the two grates.
It's a forensic blank slate almost. Very strange.
Which immediately points away from a simple fall.
And then there are the fibers. Red wolf fibers on his jacket.
Yeah, didn't come from any of his clothes. Could be anything, sweater, scarf, hat.
And the biggest red flag, maybe, the missing shell necklace.
Crucial. Patty Love, his mother, is adamant. Wore it all the time. Was wearing it the night he went to the tower. Its absence screams foul play.
Suggests someone took it. Deliberately.
And while the police are scratching their heads, the town knows who did it, right?
Oh, yeah. Instantly. The Barclay Cove Diner is buzzing.
First, maybe a quick mention of Lamar Sands, the jealous husband.
Oh.
Got his wife doing a number with Chase.
But that doesn't last long. Miss Pansy Price zeroes right in.
Predictably. That woman lives out in the marsh. Crazy enough for the loony bin.
I just bet she'd be up to this kind of thing. She even claims she suspected Kaya and Chase were involved after he got married.
Shows how deep that bias runs. They were ready to believe it was her.
But interestingly, something else happened before Chase's death. In 1968, Jody came back.
Right. Her brother. He tells her about his life struggling in Atlanta, joining the Army.
But the bombshell is about Ma, died 2 years ago.
Oh, devastating for Kaya. After all that longing. Lost Ma years ago, now you're back, Jody. It's heartbreaking.
But Jody brings those paintings Ma did, including one of Kaya as a toddler with a little boy with golden curls.
Tate. Which shows Ma understood more about Kaya's connections, maybe, than Kaya ever knew.
Yeah, and Jody also talks about those survival genes, how sometimes ruthless-seeming behaviors actually help survival in nature.
That idea again, that some parts of us will always be what we were, what we had to be to survive.
It's like the novel's core challenge to conventional morality, isn't it? Maybe ruthlessness is rational survival sometimes.
It definitely plants that seed.
Jody even gives her advice about Tate, suggesting she cut him some slack if he came back and apologized.
A moment of potential reconciliation there. But then the arrest happens. December 69.
Yeah, the sheriff trying to catch her, her hiding in the palmettos. She tries to evade them.
But they get her. And she makes that distinction in her mind. It's a cell, not a cage, demanding that bit of dignity.
Even in jail, though, Jumpin' and Mabel are there for her, sending corn muffins, art supplies.
That quiet, steady kindness from the Marsh community. Such a contrast to the town's reaction.
Okay, so the arrest leads us straight into the trial. This clash of worlds, really.
Absolutely. February 1970, the courthouse, that old brick two-story building in Barclay Cove.
Packed. Heat and rustle of people, everyone waggling to catch a glimpse of her.
And you just have to wonder, can she possibly get a fair trial here, with everyone already seeing her as the Marsh Girl?
Judge Sims, prosecutor Chastain, defense attorney Tom Milton. Milton tries to get it moved, right? Because of the prejudice.
Yeah, motion denied. And Mrs. Culpepper, the old truant officer, pipes up about Kaya being one of her cases. Just reinforces the bias from the outset.
The deck feels seriously stacked, and the charge is huge. Murder 1, states seeking the death penalty.
So the prosecution lays out its case.
Yeah.
Motive and opportunity. They bring in Rodney Horn.
Right. He testifies he saw Kaya kicking Chase,
Yeah. And heard her screaming that if he bothered her again, she'd kill him. Presented as clear rage, clear motive.
Then Hal Miller, the shrimper, claims he saw her boat heading towards the tower around 1:45 a.m. that night.
Placing her near the scene, supposedly. And they float that disguise theory, too. The bus driver seeing a skinny passenger in a bulky cab.
Trying to explain how she could have gotten back and forth.
But the defense has the Greenville alibi, right?
Yeah.
Meeting her publisher. Miss Pansy Price and Mrs. Singletary confirmed she took the bus out.
Yeah, but the prosecution spins it. Says she could have taken a night bus back, done the deed, then returned.
But the driver of that potential return bus, Mr. John King, can't confirm she was on it. So it's shaky.
Still, the prosecution hammers on the missing necklace. Patty Love saying he always wore it, it's gone. Painting Kaya as the woman wronged, taking a trophy.
And the red fibers, Dr. Cohn, the coroner, says fibers on Chase's jacket match the red cap found in Kaya's shack.
And the cap had her hair in it. Circumstantially, it looks pretty damning.
It does. Motive, a contested opportunity, and some physical evidence linking her.
But Tom Milton, her lawyer, he starts picking it apart piece by piece.
Methodically. He gets Rodney Horn to admit he only heard shouting, including a woman shouting like she was being attacked.
Changes the narrative, doesn't it? From rage to possible self-defense?
Absolutely. Then he shores up the alibi, gets the motel owner, Mr. Furlow, to confirm she was definitely in Greenville, makes that night bus theory look even weaker.
And he goes after the shrimper's testimony, brings in another shrimper, Tim O'Neill.
Right. Who says basically, no way. Too dark at 1:45 a.m. to recognize that boat or who was in it. Lots of similar boats around.
Pokes a big hole in that eyewitness account. Reasonable doubt right there.
And Milton stresses the lack of evidence, too. No weapon, no fingerprints hers or Chase's, no unique footprints.
He even uses the environment, Kaya's world, to explain it. The tide table. Low tide around midnight. Rising groundwater could have washed away prints.
Brilliant defense tactic using the marsh itself. And he points out the open grate wasn't unusual. Kids left it open all the time.
Yeah, and the Forest Service had been warned it was dangerous. Suggests an accident was entirely possible, maybe even likely.
But through all this, Kaya herself, she's silent, rigid and detached, carved from ice.
Which, as the book notes, makes it easier for the jury to convict. She can't perform normalcy for them.
That clash again. Her Marsh ways versus society's expectations. It really hurts her defense in that courtroom.
You can just imagine the tension waiting for that verdict.
Must have been incredible. And then the foreman reads it. We, the jury, find Miss Catherine Danielle Clark not guilty.
Not guilty. Wow. And the reaction?
Immediate backlash from the townspeople. Silence, then whispers turning into angry questions. Mr. Lane shouting, "This ain't right." Patty Love crying.
But Mrs. Culpepper gives that little shadow smile, chilling. Shows the prejudice didn't just vanish with the verdict.
Not at all. So Kaya goes back to the shack. Jody leaves her some chicken pie. She feeds the gulls, tries to resume her life.
And Tate is steadfast. He stays, supports her, even when she pushes him away at first, still raw from all the abandonment.
Yeah, he makes that promise. I will never leave you again.
Life continues, but so does loss. Jumpin' dies.
Which hits her hard. She saw him as her pa, attends the funeral at Mabel's. Another key connection gone.
Meanwhile, Berkeley Cove changes around her, gets fancier.
Right. A marina where Jumpin' Shack was, sidewalk cafes, art galleries.
And Kaya becomes this local celebrity, ironically. Her books are everywhere. Catherine Danielle Clark, local author, award-winning biologist.
Even the food changes. Grits become polenta in mushroom sauce.
Yeah. And the doggone beer hall starts allowing women and people of color. Society shifts slowly.
But Kaya remains rooted. Bonded to the marsh, to the earth, born of this mother. That connection never breaks.
Until her death, 2009. She's 64, found peacefully in her boat.
A fitting end, in a way. And Tate chooses that epitaph. Catherine Danielle Clark, Kaya the Marsh Girl, 1945-2009, embracing all parts of her identity.
But then, the final twist. The big reveal after she's gone.
Oh yeah. Tate finds the hidden trapdoor. Under the wood stove, a box of envelopes marked A.H.
Amanda Hamilton, the local poet. It was Kaya all along.
Mind-blowing. Amanda Hamilton was Kaya. Kaya was the poet.
And he finds that poem, The Firefly, which is chilling.
Utterly. Luring him was as easy as flashing valentines, but like a lady firefly, they hit a secret call to die. It's practically a confession.
And Tate makes a choice. He burns the poems. And the rawhide from Chase's necklace is there too.
He protects her secret and his thoughts. Imagining her planning it all. The buses, the tide, calling to Chase, the push, retrieving the necklace, covering her tracks.
Leaving no trace. It confirms she used her deep knowledge of the marsh, of survival, of those bootlegged laws to enact her own kind of justice.
Chillingly effective, using nature's rules in the human world.
So, there it is. Kaya's journey. Abandonment, survival, connection, heartbreak, fame, and this deep, dark secret.
We've seen it all through different lenses, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
The town's prejudice, nature's hard truths, the messiness of relationships, the power of secrets. It really shows how someone can be shaped by their world, but also shape their own path within it. Resilience and adaptation.
So, as you, listening, think about all this, maybe consider, how did Kaya's intimate understanding of the natural world, its beauty, its brutality, its deceptions, allow her to navigate the human world that treated her so poorly?
Yeah. What other unspoken truths might still be hidden out there beneath the surface, way out yonder where the crawdads sing?